A warm welcome back to Stone Valley for episode 31 with me, MrSealyp. It's 10 to 10. Soybean harvest is nearly complete. It's time to make some space. I know. Looking at me like, what? Seriously? Don't worry. We are upgrading. And changing. These two will be upgraded. Kind of. You understand what I mean? This will be upgraded, believe it or not. Well, it depends how much money we make selling them, because I might have a bit of a panic. We'll see what happens. Actually, I'm just thinking I might not have enough money. Anyway, yeah, as far as predictions on how much you think we're going to get off the harvest, there were a few varying different ideas on the comments. I'm not going to tell you that. I've got one little strip left to do. I've got one of the harvesters is full. The other two have been emptied. The grain cart has got a load in, but obviously this is over here now. I've got nothing to pull the grain cart with at the moment. I suppose I could use the Magnum. And then I've got a load of work to do. I've got a load of work to do because if we go on to here, if I go across one, no, that way, like so, field 3 needs liming and the bottom of field 3 needs liming. So that's all got to be limed before I do anything. Luckily, field 6/7 will just need fertilising, and so will 17. As you can see, look, one strip, that's all I've got left to do. The grain cart's there and that is full, so that'll need to be oh, did I unload it? Oh no, I've put the grain cart there and I haven't unloaded it. Oh well, never mind. So what I've also got to do is plough out the strip here. There's a strip here between what was my grass field and what was arable. So then that will make the whole of 6 and 7 usable, and also need to plough out the strip here between 17 and 9 to make that one massive field. So that all needs to be done. I am going to be using slurry / digestate, because I've got slurry and digestate. Slurry from the cows, digestate stored here at the silo, and I've still got some in the biogas plant. I just took another full load over here, so I can't remember. It's probably about the same. 300 or 1,000 litres there, and probably 340 odd thousand there, something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these one by one in. We'll get more money if we take them in and sell them at the sell point. I'm going to take the tank behind it as well. Will I go back to doing liquid fertiliser at some point? Possibly. And if I do, I might use a different bit of machinery. The bud has been brilliant. I really like it. And I know it doesn't seem like I've had them long as far as kind of episodes go, but the amount of hours, what's this, an 11.8 hours of actual use. Actually what I'll do is the trailer first. Just click that. And what I'm replacing these with, this one actually, I'll repair it first, then sell. What I'm replacing with, this is going to be replaced like for like. This is, I say like for like with regard to slots. I don't know, I keep banging on about slots, and I'm really sorry for those people that are getting annoyed about it. But this is why I'm doing what I'm doing at the moment, to give myself 114. That's not too bad. To give myself a bit of leeway. So that's that one. Right, I'll do the rest off screen. We'll get rid of those. Because as it stands, that is 36 slots. What I'm replacing it with is 12. The first one of these was 39 slots. What I'm replacing it with is 15. So even if the second one comes down to 1 or 2 slots, I'm still saving a whole load on just both of those. I know I said before, when you start off and when you're doing whatever you're doing, buy what you want, and I did. I got this. I wasn't anywhere up near the limit at that point of space available, but now I am. So now I'm going to make some. It is kind of hard choices, but what I'm replacing it with is an improvement. It depends on, again, I suppose, on your perspective. That's Squeaking's farm dog. I don't just have really bad breathing. He's having a great old time. He has this tendency. That's not a tendency. It's what he does. Whatever toy he gets, if it's got a squeaker in it, all these toys that are made for dogs, tough toys and indestructible and whatever, within, I mean, pretty much every ball that's ever had a squeaker in it, I would say within half an hour, any toy, he will rip it to shreds and get the squeaker out the middle of it. Every single time. We've had 2 or 3 toys which have like been solid rubber. He's got like a tyre and something else that he hasn't. And he's got this kind of, it's supposed to be like a balloon. One end of it looks like a balloon. It's got a big thick rope on it. He's had it a while now. What he's managed to do is make a tiny hole in it, and he's systematically pulling all of the filling out of it. So now the dining room carpet has loads of like the stuff in the filling you put into teddy bears, that kind of thing, everywhere, just so he can get to the squeaker. And what he still hasn't learnt yet is, as soon as he gets to the squeaker, we take it away from him, so it doesn't really gain him anything. Right, 8 days I've had that. Wow, okay. 15.9 hours on it. I said I was going to do a soft camera and ended up talking all the way through, but it doesn't matter. But what I will do once I've sold this is we'll the next thing you'll see is the vehicles. I won't show you, well, maybe I will show you buying them. Can I get in there? Yeah. This will need a bit of repair too, because I didn't repair it on the way over. I completely forgot. Repair, sell. Okay. So now, yeah, just give me a second. Might have to do I think we'll do a Zach Johnson, a Millennial Farms finger snap. I think money's gone down a bit. 1,141,000. I told you, it's what I said, didn't I? You go to buy a whole load of new stuff, and all of a sudden. So we have replaced our 2 lorries with BSM 850s, front 3-point links, 850 horsepower. They'll do the job absolutely spot on, no problem at all. We've also got, I told you it was an upgrade, look, we got a case Quadtrac 620 36-inch tracks, 692 horsepower. Oh, so nice. So nice. Anyway, we've got that, definitely an upgrade. And then we've got this. We've managed to get hold of a Valzelli. We've got a Valzelli slurry Digestate spreader. This is a 40,000 litre spreader. Absolutely spot on. I've gone with the spear on the back, which means we can spread out to 35 metres, I want to say, 35 metres. Unlike when I did the review of this, I will put the spear to one side and it will spray out 35 metres. So really nice spread width on that, really nice tank capacity. And again, not too heavy on the space requirements. So let's jump in the Quadtrac. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? I was going to get a Quadtrac at some point. Oh, look at it. So nice. Let's go beacons on. That's a really pathetic horn, but it does look nice. So I'm going to take this back. I'm pretty sure the Magnum's got enough power to pull this Valzelli, but what I might do is stick the Magnum on the grain cart. Oh, I don't know actually. Just trying to think. I went for extra beacons and work lights on this as well, so we've got the whole shebangery. There's all sorts going on. I can't remember. What I've got to do is I will forget. I know I will, because I do this all the time. When it comes to the description, if I remember, I will put in the description who the manufacturers of these are. There are other Quadtracs available, Steiger Quadtrac, there's all sorts, but this one was really low on space requirement as well. But what was really quite scary when purchasing, that thing alone cost me 655 grand. But then it's a massive horsepower, and you know, why wouldn't you? But weirdly, if you had an EU spec, it was 50 grand cheaper. As soon as you clicked on US, it went up by 50,000. That's madness. I suppose that's supposed to kind of replicate the exchange rate between euros and dollars, maybe? I don't know, but it's one of the comments I kind of made before, I can't remember which one it was. There was one of the Quadtracs that came out a while back, and the price was off the charts. And a lot of people argue, but that's what this is in US dollars. But my argument to that was always the same. We've never had that in game. There's never been a conversion rate. There's not a conversion rate over. Whatever you pay is exactly the same in pounds, euros or dollars. So it was interesting to see that there was such a big jump up for a US spec. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I've bought it. I wanted it. I got it. I'm going to put it here because I'm not quite sure. What I need to do is plough the two sections out first, then I'll bring the Magnum over. We'll hook the Magnum up, we'll go and get some slurry. Or Digestate, either one. Probably get Digestate first. And I'm going to get some of the field spread, which I said I was going to do. But first, let's find out just exactly how much soybean we've got. Because that's the other thing as well, depending on how much soybean we get and what the price is, we're going to make a load of money back, like almost immediately. If I sell it almost immediately. Yeah, I bought that. That was stupid, wasn't it? I took it all up there, thinking, oh, when it finishes the strip it can unload, but it's full. Take the beacons off now. I know when I very first started out and I said, you know, doing a case farm and that kind of stuff, and everyone said, oh, you want to aim for a Quadtrac, that's what you want to be going for. And I was like, well, you know, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, absolutely. It just fits right, doesn't it? Of course it does. I was watching Welcome Farms again the other day. I mean, like I say, there's quite a few different ones I watched, but I was watching Welker and they had Quadzilla again. Had a big old, but it's the new AFS Connect Quadtrac they had. And oh man, it's such a nice thing. But they've also got an absolutely huge Brent, what was it, a 12, 20, 30, 20, oh, I can't remember what it was now, grain cart. This thing is massive. I mean, absolutely huge. Something like a 2,000 bushel. Am I remembering that correctly? Absolutely huge. I suppose on the same sort of scale as that, really. I mean, just thinking, it kind of looks about right, I suppose. Also with tracks and, you know, but very cool. So, let's jump in that. Get them going to the end. And we'll see what we actually end up with. I do also need to get something onto the lime spreader. Had a few people asking me about the lime spreader. It's the Bergman TSW6240W. There's a modded one, there's a Giants one, and they're both mods, but one's by Giants and one's by a modder. We are done. So, how much have we got? Was your prediction correct? I predicted 300,000. I said that's what I thought we'd get. Then when I did the first field, I mean, to be fair, the first field, the big part of field 3 is huge. I thought, no, it's going to be way more than that. So, in storage at the moment, between the 250,000 litres over there and the 500,000 litre storage there, we've got 303 at the moment. So we've got 352,000 litres. That is bonkers. So 352,000 litres available, and price at the moment for soybean is, oh, it's still 2,039 at my farm store. So you know what? So 352,000 litres, double that because it's 2,000 for 1,000. We're going to come out of this about 700 grand. Well worth every ounce of time and effort and energy to put into it. So what I'll do is bring the 2 lorries down. My lorries will get that sold. Actually, you know what? I might leave this in here. There doesn't seem a lot of point taking it out. I don't think I'm going to get the grain cart. Will I get the grain cart through there? Just think, if I put a full load into this. No. It's going to be tight if it does. We're in. Come on. I was going to drive straight through, but I don't seem to be at the right angle, so what I'll do is just back out. Easier. Right. Oh, I'm so pleased with this. Cover open. Pipe up. Lorry will come and get that later on. What I'm going to do is go and grab the lime. I'm going to have to go and buy some more lime, so I might need to use the lorries for that as well, because I don't think I've got enough in storage to do very much liming at all. Where is it? I am considering selling the Great Plains seeder / planter. It's great for doing the smaller, tighter bits and bobs, but in all honesty, I'm barely using it. What have I got in there? 14,000 litres of lime. What have I got in store? 2,564. Yep, definitely need some more lime. Right, I'll go and sort that out. Let's go and get some lime. I'll tell you what I have found as well. The Paralink hoe drill did half like to shift around, and what I don't understand as well is how I lined that all up when I first put it. You probably noticed in the last couple of episodes, but that thing shifts over, but weirdly that's open. I'm absolutely baffled how come that's open. It wasn't before. Pack that away. I'm not going to bother straightening it up. There's absolutely no point. Right then. Uno momento. That's probably not even right. Right, while the soybean is loading and we're getting on to the next bit, jump in the Magnum, plough up these bits between the fields, allow create fields, drop down. Will that be wide enough to do that in one go? If I'm very lucky. Let's drop it down. I have to come back again. Yep. So I'm bound to miss a bit. So I'll plough this bit and the bit opposite between field 17 and field 9. Actually I'm going to go over a little bit just to make sure I get it all done properly. And then this will then all be planted right the way through, so 6 and 7 would be good. Perfect. Happy farmer. That's all you want, isn't it? To do this with a smile. Okay, so I topped off the Bergman TSW lime spreader. Well, lime spreader, muck spreader. That's now empty. That started on field 3 and it's empty. I've just filled this up. This just cost me 12, 13 grand, something like that, to fill up 70,000 litres. This I'm going to put into the silo at this farm, and then I'm going to go and get another 70,000 litres and I'm going to put it in the silo at the cow farm. So I've got lime at both wherever I need it, really. Just thought it would make more sense doing it that way. Cover off. Let's forget how long a trailer this is. Plus, hang on, if we come off the end. It should be right there, I think. Just looking at where my tyres are. We'll soon see if I hit the roof, all of a sudden this will all move. Nope, right. Cool. I could have come forward a little bit further, but we're alright. I need to move the Elmer's cart, put that back where that needs to belong. Then I'll bring over the TSW, load that up, get the liming done, then we'll bring over the Valzelli, and we'll get some slurrying done. Let's go back and get another load first though. Right, close that down. It's actually fairly loud, this Quadtrac. What I'll do... get that loading. While that's loading, I'll move the grain cart. It's funny. I'd already started doing this, and I got a message from Barris, very good friend of the channel, been a subscriber for a very, very long time. Thank you, Barris, for your support, encouragement and words of wisdom over the years. He messaged me to say, it just said overkill, and then the picture was him lime spreading using a big bud, and I messaged back and said it's funny actually because I'm right in the middle of doing something similar. I'm using a Quadtrac 620 to do the same thing. It probably is a bit of overkill, but never mind, it's what I've got. Why not use it? Okay, let's open it up and get this going again. And then what I'll do, I've got a couple of strips, like I said before, over on between 7 and 8, or 6 and 7, 7 and 8, and also between 17 and 9 that just need a bit of lime, just one strip up. Should be good from there. Spot on. And there we go again. Worker hired. Okay. $12,599 top right hand corner. I've just got another full load of 70,000 litres of lime. That was just filling up over at the kind of truck depot lime point. I've put the plough on the front just for transport. I've been doing it, ploughing it like that. Everything that needs to be ploughed out has been ploughed out. The Quadtrac has just restocked on lime and is carrying on the bulk of field 3. I'm going to grab the Valzelli. Actually, can I adjust the height of this? I'm sure I can, can't I? Can't remember what the settings were on this. I'll worry about that in a minute. It just seems to be tilted down a little bit. Maybe I'm just imagining that. That's handy. Open cover. So we have 300,000 litres of Digestate. We'll start with Digestate. I might go over and get a load of slurry from the cows, because while I'm doing field 3, I'm going to start on field 3 as we're liming on there. 40,000 litres, that filled up quickly. I'm going to drop the plough off to have a bit of spraying done. Okay. So, actually we'll go that way around. Is it just because it needs to be full, or does it need to be turned on before I can move that nozzle? I can't remember. No, unless I run down the side of the field, but there's a tree there. Mind you, that'll work, won't it? 35 metres out to the side. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Oh, that tractor really doesn't like it, does it? It was actually R1 and then right stick side to side. I don't know why I didn't notice it moving before. There you go. So the nozzle is moving. It just was a bit slow to get going. What I need to do is make sure I've got it. Well, I can have it back a little bit, but I want it at kind of right angles, probably about there. So what should happen now? Turn it on. That is crazy. Cruise control on. Although we're not getting that kind of, not that I can tell, that kind of distinctive kind of greenish. Are we? I can't really tell. Well, maybe we are. That is mad. Although it's really getting through it. Just said it will do. When you make a load of Digestate and you have a load of Digestate, you think it's going to go miles, but it doesn't go anywhere near as far as you think it will or hope it will. I think what I'll do now is I'll come across a little bit off the field, I think. There's a couple of bits I'm going to need to tidy up. It's because of the trees down the side of here. I don't want to hit any of the trees, but mind you, that is covering a huge area, isn't it? Fairly slow at 7 miles an hour, I suppose. Plant liquor. I was looking online actually, doing a bit of research about Digestate and the process and anaerobic digestion, and I can't remember the two technical names for them, but there are two different types of Digestate. One is a solid matter that's often used for composting and various different things like that. The other is what they refer to as a liquor, and this is the liquid Digestate that I'm using now. Is the is that byproduct. Very, very good for gardens and all sorts of things. Yeah, this is going to go that far. That's all right. We'll be doing a few trips backwards and forwards. Now, I could start doing the whole thing of having a slurry tanker coming out, filling from a slurry tanker. I could do that, I suppose, but it's actually not that far back to the farm, so all I would do is whiz backwards and forwards. We'll fill up. Just wondering, will I get an entire strip done with one load? Oh, you can sort of see the greenish hue. Maybe it's just the ground texture that's not allowing it to look. Often it looks kind of slick and wet, you can see that, but just thinking from this angle it doesn't look on the ground at all, does it? Never mind. Where's the... Is Quadtrac finished? Has it decided it's not going to do anymore? So it looks like it. 6,000. Come on, make it to the end. To be fair, it won't take many runs over to get this right. So all I'll do is when I do the next strip up, I'll just swing the nozzle around the other way and run down the strip I've done. Now if I move the nozzle back a little bit, I could get closer into the field because I'd be, you know, spraying more directly, but then I think I would lose that 35 metres, wouldn't I? So if I do the nozzle, just trying to think, if I do the nozzle more at that angle, like that, I can come in closer to the edge with the tractor, but then because it's going at an angle in that direction, it will go 35 metres in that direction but not out, so I'm gonna technically lose a little bit, aren't I? It's a tricky old dilemma, isn't it? Right, so what I want to do for next pass is swing it around that way. About there. Let's check out with the Quadtrac why that's stopped. Actually, while I'm over here, I might as well get slurry on the next one. Get it from the dairy farm. Why not, indeed? Oh, is it finished? Maybe it has. I need to check that. It's got the bottom part of field 3 needs to be done. Let's go over one. Oh yeah. Done. Cool. Right, so that section now needs to be limed. Oh, there's a tiny little bit up there, and then like I say, those two strips there, there's one across that bit, one across that bit, the two bits I ploughed out. Technically a tiny little strip up the side of the field there, but I'm not too bothered about that. I'll get that on it. Right, let's go and get some slurry from here. Ah, now, that's not good. I think in all of my fiddling around, I've done... See that one? Yeah. I didn't quite just move one stick. I've always said this PlayStation controller, unless you get it absolutely spot on, moving one axis on the joystick can often move another one. So that pipe here at the front, if I adjust my nozzle at the back side to side, if I catch it even slightly up or down, I'm moving that as well, which I don't really want to do. I'm just thinking, having done that, I'll probably move the nozzle again. Oh no, so that seems to be still in place. Right. Enough of worrying about my nozzle. I could get it from that tank. Where's the other slurry tank? Oh, it's over there, isn't it? Right. $77,462 litres. Nice. Now I could, if I wanted to, go down the route of simulating that pipe going into the slurry itself if I wanted to. Again, like I say, if you want to go down that route, I could swing that pipe out now and kind of go, let's get that right like that, and then sort of between the boards if I wanted to, like that. So I could sort of simulate getting the slurry directly out the tank. But, you know, I do like the look of that actually. Bring that up. Tractor's rocking. Happy days. Right. Nozzle corrected again. Let's get back out there. See if I can judge this right first time. I doubt it. Yeah, so I'll get the Quadtrac down here on this section. Won't take very long now. And then that'll be all the liming done. At least until the next harvest. Might run across the bottom. Haven't decided. Right. So I want to be over by about that, was it? Do you reckon? Right, let's go. Turn it on. Oh yeah, spot on. Can I hire a worker? Well, it has been hired, so I'm pretty sure, was it this one that when I first looked at it, the worker wasn't working, or the function wasn't working. But anyway, we are... Camera won't pan back far enough. I was going to try and get the whole arc. It's quite an impressive sight, isn't it? Finally, getting some slurry done. I was thinking of lots of clever puns, lots of clever things I could write for the title of the episode, and then when I thought actually I'm going to combine that with a whole load of other things, buying new machinery, swapping stuff out, it kind of went out the window. All different things that rhymed with hurry, and you know, you can't slurry love was one of them. I thought it was quite an amusing one, made me smile anyway. And then I thought, well, if I use Digestate, that doesn't work, does it? Because everyone will go, well, it's technically not slurry, it's Digestate. So I thought, at least if I use some slurry in the episode, I could get away with it. Well, I'm looking for this texture, and I really... Maybe if Phil was cultivated, you'd see it better. There is a sheen, a certain sheen from an angle. And there we go. I think with that we have come to the end. And whoa, how have I gone so far out? Turn off. I thought I hired a worker. Did I turn it off by accident? Oh, it's because I've moved over, didn't I? I wasn't right by the side before. Yeah, we have come to the end of this episode. I'm going to do a load of this now. Oh, it won't let me hire a worker. So maybe I did have a worker hired. No. It's not letting me hire a worker at all. Ah, that's going to be an issue. Oh, maybe I should have gone with a different slurrying option then. Yep, nothing. I thought it was, but I'd obviously just imagined it. Right, turn that on. Cruise control on. There we go again. Yeah, because cruise control was on, I pressed circle for hire a worker and just assumed it had, but it hasn't. So you can't hire a worker. So it's going to take me a bit of time. Anyway, yeah, so this field will now be done. Liming on the bottom of field 3, then that'll be done, and I will do all the fields this time using slurry or digestate. Hopefully I should have enough to do all of them. I mean, let's be honest, it's using a full tank for almost one complete pass, but this is the biggest field I own. The other ones won't take anywhere near as much, and then we're good for planting again. I've got to decide what I'm going to plant. That's the big decision to make. I'm definitely doing cotton in one of them. It has been suggested that I do a big corn harvest to help out the Iowa farmers and anywhere that got hit by the Draco, Draco, the storm with the damaged crops. I did say I would do a massive silage harvest and try and fill up the bunker silos, so someone did suggest maybe I could do that. I do still have chickens to do. And obviously sheep have only just started producing. We want to see how we do with the sheep. I'm going to need to get a flatbed trailer actually to load the pallets onto. but this is actually working out really well. Maybe because I can't hire a worker, not the best option, but it is new and it is a little bit different and it's something I haven't used before, so I thought, you know what, why not? Let's give it a go. Oh, am I going to get to the end? I am. Let's drive over someone else's crop, I'm sure they won't mind. What I'll do is just do that with a little bit I've got left. Oh, that didn't last long, did it? Right, fill up again, digestate this time. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. A few changes, like I said, but we have more to come. Don't you worry. If you have enjoyed it and still enjoying the series, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.